Hey everyone, and happy hump day. Welcome to Step by Step Transformations. I pray that your week is going well. For me, I am actually getting close to my decluttering deadline. I think I've shared with you for the past couple of months that I had a little mini project around the house to declutter or remove some items that I have not looked at or seen. I've been in my home for over 10 years, and so I created that list. I'm actually down to two two sections that I need to finish up, and so as of today is the 12th, so I have until Saturday to get it completed. So, and of course, I have filled my schedule with other things, so I will be working very hard to make sure that I accomplish that particular goal that I set. So, it's very helpful sometimes to create those goals, the mini goals, and hold yourself accountable and set them. And then sometimes you actually may need someone else to help you to be accountable. So whatever way works for you, or whatever you choose, I encourage you to take advantage because we need these in order to achieve our various goals. So today, I'm going to talk about how motivation impacts your commitment level. And so, it's different. Motivation for your how motivated you are and how committed you are, it really kind of depends on, what it is that the project that you're working on. I will say, as I've been sharing with you guys, the decluttering, and what I just mean by decluttering is just, having, stuff that I don't use. I know a lot of people do a lot of purging. I'm not that person, never have been. And so I'm a, self-imposed pack rat. I just like to keep stuff. Don't ask me why. But anyway, but I am ready to let some of this stuff go. And so I am personally motivated to do that. And so in a sense, what I've done is I've scheduled it. I've actually set a deadline date. Okay, look, this is it. These have to be gone. I've created a list so I don't feel so overwhelmed. Okay, you need to do this area, you need to do this area, and do this area. And so I've been able to do that. Now, that in this situation, inner motivation is helpful. Now, there are other parts of my life where I know that I require, external motivation. Everybody is different. I think we all, in important times in our lives, some are a lot more self-motivated than others. And that's okay. There's really no right or wrong deal. But again, depending on your motivation, it could actually impact, how committed you are, to your goals. So I think the key here is accountability. And we will get into more of that after this. Hey, so before we dive right in, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Natalie, and I'm a Christian life coach. I work with working women like you to accomplish the goals that you actually care about. I show you how to get back on track, set your dream goals, and reach those goals by developing the laser focused and direct impact steps that will get you there. We work together using my customized signature coaching process and action plan. So this is who I am. Feel free to reach out if you're ready to get from where you are to where you want to be. Thank you. So welcome back, and let's go ahead and get started. Um, our motivation actually can be impacted by a number of things. It can be impacted by our environment. It can be impacted by our circumstances in life. It can be impacted by our experiences. And when let me say experiences, it can be experiences from the past that you may have had buried, and it kind of bubbles up to the surface, and it can impact the motivation to complete a particular task or a goal that you have set. When it comes to your environment, those that are around you, those that that you choose to be around. Our circumstances can also impact our motivation level or our commitment level to achieve our goals. And so, circumstances can change. They can be something that is, outside of our control or inside of our control. And what I mean by, outside of our control, something can break down, and so that's going to require some attention that you weren't had not planned to do, or someone can get sick, or you could get sick. I mean, there's a myriad of circumstances that can happen that are outside of our control. And then of course then those circumstances that are in our control, we sometimes bring upon ourselves. And again, that those types of things can definitely impact our motivation and commitment level. So, I kind of shared earlier about, having inner motivation or internal motivation and then external motivation. And, some of the things that, it's not some of the things, excuse me, but it is different for different people, and then for different goals that you're trying to achieve. I don't know, and I'm sure that there's not one person that is only completely internally motivated in every aspect of our life. I find that hard to believe. And so, and that, again, that's okay, because neither is right or wrong. There are people out there that are more motivated by external forces, who need, say, someone to hold them accountable, who need someone to, cheer them along the way. And a lot of that could be, their own self-esteem. It could be, just unsure, fear, walking into the unknown. There are a myriad of reasons. And so, one of the things that we have to it's important that we know is what drives us. Depending on what this particular goal is, you might want to step back and evaluate. Okay, do I have enough inner drive? Do I have enough, internal motivation? Enough, am I committed enough to complete this on my own? Is it important that I, share with several people to help me to be accountable? Or, okay, I know that, doing this particular task, this is going to be a challenge for me. I'm going to need someone to, hold me accountable, who is going to, remind me, hey, what are you doing? Hey, have you started today? Have you did X, Y, and Z today? To keep you on track. And so, depending on what that particular goal is, what that particular circumstance, it will require different levels of commitment and motivation. And again, those can come from inside or outside. So first and foremost, I would say before you get started on a particular goal that you set for yourself, ask yourself, okay, do I think I can do this on my own? And what I mean by on my own is, again, self-motivating, the drive to get up and go and do. Or, all right, look, I know I'm going to need somebody, because the minute, I get tired, or the minute, something, happens that has nothing to do with it, I'm not going to want to do nothing. And so I need that person to come and say, get up anyway and do it. Get up anyway and do something. So, ask yourself those things. And then, okay, so that's the bigger, looking at the bigger goal. Now, as you break down the steps to, break down that goal to smaller steps in order to achieve that particular goal. Now, there might be some of the smaller steps that, I got this, and great. And so, that's okay too. Achieve them. But if you get to a point where you say, you know what, step 5, I need some help, then get it. Swallow your pride. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for assistance. People that you trust. People who have your best interest. People who are willing to tell you what you don't want to hear. Don't I side note, don't have a whole bunch of yes people around you. You need to have at least one or two people who are going to tell you the truth about who you are, who will call you on your stuff. But anyway, I digress. So you need that. You need that for say again to complete step 5. On the other hand, you got it through step 5. They've helped you. Now 6, 7, and 8. Say if it's 9 steps, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, you got that. You don't need to rely so much on someone to help keep you accountable because you can push through. So the goal is, the point really is clarity. Actually stepping back and understanding who you are and understanding what it's going to take to achieve a particular goal that you set. Understanding what is the resources that you're going to need in order to achieve the goal, and even if that means to help you to stay motivated and be committed. Simple as that. It's not necessarily rocket science. It's really just a self-examination. It doesn't take long to do it all. Now, if you are interested, because you may not have anyone that you can trust or account that can help you to be accountable, and you want to talk about, hey, I'm really not for sure. I think, I can do this, or, I might need some help. Hey, why don't you set up a discovery call with me, and we can, kind of talk about some strategies and some ways, and see what you may actually need in order to, achieve your particular goal, or not necessarily achieve your goal, but to determine, what type of drive are you? Is it more inner, more external? What is it going to take in order for you to be committed to this particular goal? Click the link either that's in the, should be in the description box, to actually set up a time to work with me. I will be more than happy and excited to sit and talk with you for about 30 minutes. It's, free of charge, and, see what we can come up with. And from there, we can decide to determine, what are your next steps. Also, if you haven't had a chance to download my freebie, I would like to encourage you to actually do that. It will help you to identify your values. And so that link is either in the description box or it's in my bio. So again, I just want to recap and just, remind you and help to encourage you to, get clear about what your motivation and commitment levels are, what you will need. They will change based on, the actions that you need to take on the actual goal that you need to set. You don't feel bad because you're not, always internally motivated. That's nothing to feel bad about. You just need to know what your limits are. And if you need a little bit of external motivation, or if you need a lot of external motivation, know where you can get that accountability in order to achieve those goals. Okay. I want to thank you very much for your time. Until next time, take care and God bless.